Today is March 4th, 2012, and the McKIMs wrestling program is competing in the Navy Lehigh tournament at Perry Hall High School. This is the last tune-up for the Maryland-Virginia State Championship tournament. To this point, the team has wrestled valiantly and are challenging for the first place finish. With the coach's stressing technique and heart, the program has advanced 3 wrestlers to the finals: Jordan Huey, Tyler Woodley, and Jamal Williams. With each championship match, the kids show their resilience and toughness. Unfortunately, all 3 lost their matches and have to settle for runner-up trophies, as the team finishes in 3rd place. The wrestlers are visibly upset with the 3rd place finish and their emotions are expressed. Losing a championship match is tough, and sometimes the cool, confident demeanor of a McKim's wrestler is replaced with the raw and demonstrative emotions of disappointment. State championship tournament looming, the coaches are accepting of the 3rd place finish. As a program, they're striving for more on and off the mat from their wrestlers. You see it day to day as the coaches and parents participate, fight to maintain this important and historic program that is deeply embedded in the history and fabric of the city of Baltimore. It's a great example of a rose that grew through the concrete and has persevered. McKim's has been and continues to be the only inner-city wrestling program in Baltimore, a town which is often glorified for the notorious events that have plagued this old East Coast shipping and blue-collar town, instead of all the positive programs that are here. McKim Wrestling has been one of those positive programs, giving the inner-city children from as young as 5 to as old as 15 a different sport option other than football and basketball, which monopolizes the inner-city recreational program.
This is like the only wrestling, recreational wrestling in the city. So it's kids from everywhere, and it's like a melting pot, if you will, of characteristics from each, aspect of the city. So
my name is Talon Grant. I've been wrestling for 3 years.
I've been wrestling for 7 years. What makes McKim special is it's a national mark, and it keeps kids out of trouble, and also take kids to college and good places when they wrestle. That's what's special about McKim.
It provides another outlet for the kids to better themselves through sport, an outlet which can oftentimes be the difference between life and death.
It gives the youth a different option and a different way of getting out of the neighborhood, possibly getting into a good school.
McKim is special to me because I have good coaches. Good coaches made a better program for us wrestlers, and when I'm wrestling, I feel comfortable with the coaches by my side.
You know, like this, you take this long shot like this, take your long shot. Let's go, put the trigger. I'm gonna push you over just like that. I see you coming a mile away. Put the trigger, down now. Down now.
There's a genuine love and excitement about this program that can't be described in words. Almost like a feeling of history, responsibility, and grandeur bestowed upon the current McKim circle by the past alumni and family.
For me, what makes McKim special is the legacy that they have. I know guys my age that went to McKim's and grew up and did positive things. And they care about the kids, they try to get the kids into good schools, and it's the legacy.
What makes McKim special is helping the kids get more courage.
My name is Cameron DeVille. I've been wrestling for 3 years and a half. And what I like about wrestling is it gets you right, it gets you in shape, and it makes you wrestle different kids, like different kids from different teams.
Wrestling helps me in and off the mat. First of all, helps me on the mat because I know I'm going to be somebody. And if I listen and practice makes perfect. And if I listen and practice, I will do well on the mat.
Robert Peanut Summers, and I am a coach at McKim. I'm I'm glad to be back at McKim, back coaching at McKim. I've been doing this thing since I was wrestling and coaching since I was 15 years old. And Coach Dwight Warren got me started, and I've been with them through that. I've been with the McKim program, the Golden Ring program, the Middle River program, but everything came back to McKim. And I'm glad to be back and to a rich tradition.
This wrestling program started in 1955 and became one of the anchoring programs to the McKim's Educational Youth Center, which sits on Fayette Street, nestled right in the midst of a growing and ever-changing, flourishing part of southeast Baltimore, right outside of downtown. The McKim Center, which looks more like it was built during Roman Empire in the midst of all these newer structures that surround it, tells a story of survival, calmness, and wisdom like a grandfather just waiting for his younger people to ask a question.
Weren't you the first one to wrestle for McKim?
Yeah, matter of fact, Dwight, I was on their first wrestling team, 1955.
1955? Wow. You know, but I kind of figure over the years, McKim has worked with more than 1,800 boys through wrestling. Now, that's probably a low number.
I think that's amazing to the extent of the many lives that McKim has touched. Wrestling at McKim in 1955, and it took me from McKim to high school wrestling, and also to the United States Navy in 1964. While wrestling and coaching at the same time, I became New England State champion, which entitled me to have an invitation to the '64 Olympic trials.
I tell you, man, I remember that McKim helped so many kids, hundreds. And I used to work because we worked in McKim. We worked, and we worked as counselors. We worked as camp counselors. We worked as recreation leaders, and all those kind of things. So, man, we saw hundreds of kids just help in various ways. One thing I think that, Dwight, you were saying that maybe 1,800 kids is maybe a low number. And I would tend to agree with that. And I say that because that may be
that was only
the direct number. But what about the indirect number? Because in other words, I guess what I'm saying is, what about us helping other kids?
Right. Exactly.
Yes, Warren Jones is my name, and 55 years old. And I've been affiliated with McKim for a very long time. Started wrestling at the age of 11 or 12 in 1969 and 1970 season.
Coach, but you know what, Dwight? To me, McKim is a fraternity. And I mean, so many people, like even today at 55 years old, I walk the streets of Baltimore and I would hear somebody say, I used to wrestle for McKim. And I said, but everybody wants to be a McKim boy.
Everybody wanted to be a McKim.
You know one thing about a McKim boy, they didn't mess with you.
There you go. You earned that respect once you put on that McKim uniform.
Yeah, they still call you McKim boy. At 55 years old, they say, that's one of McKim boy. My name is Kim Kent. I'm 55 years old. I'll be 56 years old next month. I first came to McKim in 1967. By coming to McKim's at the age that I did, it helped keep me out of trouble. A lot of guys my age, my peer group, were getting in trouble with the law, and we were practicing. But I was practicing every day. It taught us some discipline, some perseverance, commitment. You know, I learned so much through my experiences at McKim's. It helped me get through school because we became so competitive. That competitive nature, we use it in a positive way. You know, where the guys would rob you, they would really rib you if you failed. If you failed in school, you know what I mean? So it kind of kept us, we pushed each other to get through high school.
And I estimate I've been here like 25 years now as head coach. And what impresses me is the kids that come back to help. You know, I've got probably 3 kids right now on the coaching staff who are former McKim wrestlers. Okay, I'm Ron Jackson. I'm currently the head coach at McKim. My affiliation with McKim began in 1987.
He's probably modest about this, Leon.
Yeah.
But another guy who came through the program that was great and is in the Wrestling Hall of Fame himself. He went to Annapolis. He got his jacket. That's Dwight Warren.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Accepted. I mean, well earned.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, getting that honor was sort of a milestone because it reflected upon the endurance that we had to have, that I had to have, and you guys helped to keep McKim on the mat. You know, they wanted us to leave, but you guys were persistent and you hung in there and you brought kids and kids after that. All right, my name is Dwight Warren, and I'm currently the executive director of the McKim Center. McKim Center has given a lot of value to my life. It has been the place that I've learned the formula for success, structure, discipline, and love. I was introduced to McKim in 1963. I'm one of those project boys, and coming to McKim was probably the best thing that happened to me. I'll even say coming to McKim saved my life.
The neighborhood that this building sits in was not always the booming, affluent neighborhood it's becoming today. It was once one of the more notorious and toughest neighborhoods in Baltimore City. Flag House projects, Lafayette projects, Somerset, Perkins, and Latrobe projects surrounded it. And it was the McKim Center which played a pivotal role as a place of calm where the kids from the different housing developments would come in peace to learn, to better themselves, run track, and wrestle.
My name is Kenneth Ward, better known to the McKim family as Coach Ward. I've been coaching with the McKim wrestling team since 2004. I'm excited about being a part of the wrestling staff. I'm actually originally from Philadelphia. I've been in Baltimore the past 18 years. I taught in the school system, had a law practice here in Baltimore, and have been working with the McKim wrestling program to put my part on an already developed legacy. When you look at the McKim Center, look at what men like Dwight Warren and Coach Ronald Jackson have done over the years, they've inspired me as someone new to the city to really want to be a part of that change that they've been making for years.
Back in the 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s, it was considered an honor to be a wrestler for McKims, and all of the different housing developments and neighborhoods respected the wrestlers for their accomplishments on and off the mat. The program has produced more state high school wrestling champs in the state of Maryland than any other wrestling program, and continues to strive in one of the toughest cities in America. It has not only made state champions, but it has helped to inspire many young men to move on to have very successful and professional lives.
This was the place where I learned to be humble, I learned to be appreciative, and I learned that I had a responsibility to the community, to the young people that I work with.